Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the greatest YouTube channel in Eastern Central Africa, Mr. President TV. I am Mr. President. Now, this is an interesting segment of this TV called Story Time with Mr. President, and today I would like to help put certain historical happenings into context. Now, today I'm going to tell you about a certain comedian who became a president, and a certain soldier who became a president of a great country. And fate has made these people collide. Now, between a comedian and a soldier, should these people fight? Who will win that fight? But as usual, we always say, it is not about the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. That is wisdom. Now, allow me to take you back to the Second World War. During the Second World War, a certain Russian soldier requested for permission to go home to see his wife. And on getting to his hometown, he saw a truck ferrying dead bodies. On checking the truck, because he thought his city had been attacked, or rather his hometown had been attacked, so he decided to check the truck, and he saw a certain shoe that looked exactly like his wife's shoe, or rather the shoe that he had bought for his wife. So the gentleman, the soldier rather, rushed home. On getting to his house, he found out that his wife was nowhere to be seen. And the shoe that he had seen in the truck, he remembered that he had seen a certain familiar shoe in the truck that was ferrying dead bodies. So he decided to rush and check whatever was, or rather whoever was the wearer of that shoe. So on getting back to that truck, he discovered that the lady that, or rather the corpse, the lady who had died, that had that shoe on, was his wife. The gentleman was so sad, and because he loved his wife so much, he decided that his wife would not be buried in a mass grave. So he decided to take his wife's body, and he wanted to take the body to the mortuary for proper burial. Okay, while taking his wife's body to the mortuary, he discovered that his wife was still breathing, and he rushed the wife to the hospital. At first, the wife had been pronounced dead, but on realizing that the wife was breathing, he took his wife to the hospital. She was treated, and after some time she recovered. About a year later, that woman got pregnant and gave birth to a son, and the son was named Vladimir Putin. Yes, that name rings a bell, right? The current president of Russia. Now, this guy grew up, he studied, he went to the university, he studied law. Later on, he joined the KGB. KGB is the Russian Special Forces, rather. And later on, as fate would have it, he became a spy. After becoming a spy, he became a mayor of a certain city in Russia. Then later on, in the year 2000, when some of you were born, he became the president of Russia. Until 2008, when someone else replaced him for 4 years. Then in the year 2012, he again became the president of Russia. Until 2022, he's still the president of Russia. Now, let me tell you a completely different story of this. There is this Ukrainian gentleman called Volodymyr Zelensky, who was born in a small town in Ukraine, and he grew up like every other young man. He went to the university and studied law. But later on, the gentleman had interest in pursuing comedy. He became an actor, a comedian, TV producer, and something to do with the entertainment industry. Then after some time, in the year 2015, this gentleman appeared in a certain series in Ukraine called Servant of the People. Now, in this movie, it involved a certain history teacher, a high school history teacher, who was championing for the rights of people. He was a teacher, yes, but he was trying to fight corruption. And later on in the movie, this teacher became the president of Ukraine. So that series became a hit around Ukraine. So many people watched that series, and all of a sudden, Zelensky became an online sensation in Ukraine. And the Ukrainians were desperate at that time, and that movie really portrayed how the situation was in Ukraine. So the people started identifying with this main character in that story, who is Volodymyr Zelensky. And as he became a celeb, and later on, I told you he was a comedian, and later on he decided to vie for presidency. I don't know if this gentleman was really serious about whatever he was doing, or he was having fun just because he's a comedian. But because people identified with him, people saw themselves in that movie, and that movie portrayed Zelensky as a human rights activist. In as much as it was something scripted, it was something written, it was something that was being acted, but people really saw him as someone who can champion for the rights of people. So in the year 2019, the gentleman was voted in as the president. Now, here are two people. One is a comedian, another one is a former soldier. Another one, one of them has gone through military training. He has been in politics for a very long time, and circumstances have forced these people to fight. Who is going to win this war? Is it the man who is experienced in the battlefield, or the man who is experienced on the stage? Now, as I said earlier, it is not about the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. Zelensky right now has applied his talent as someone who has been exposed to the social media to win the Ukrainian war. Right now he's using all manner of social media propaganda to win this war, while on the other hand, Putin has he's trying to use propaganda, but he hasn't managed to win the social media war the way Zelensky has. Now, that was a story time with Mr. President. I hope you enjoyed the story. I hope you've understood how these people found themselves wherever they are. One of them didn't even expect to be the president of a big country. Another one, fate just pushed these people into wherever they are right now. But fate has forced these people to fight. Now, until next time, don't forget to subscribe, because I will be here to remind you. But please just subscribe and share the content of this YouTube channel. I won't take long to upload another video the way I have, because I have been busy trying to sort out some stuff to do with my life. I'm trying to pursue happiness. Others, thank you so much for watching this video. See you next time.